Hello guys, it's Ign Hl04 back with another Splinterlands video. Today we're gonna take a look at which cards, what level you need at which level. So first of all, we're gonna take a look at the Fire Rift Watchers and Chaos Legion cards. And also we're gonna take a look at the, the reward cards. But the rewards cards I'm gonna quickly make in the beginning. First of all, when we go to reward cards, as you see, with the fire ones, I got all on the max level. I got all the gold foil Heatsmith. And what I just wanted to bring to you is those cards are so cheap. You can have them at the max level of your league, so it doesn't matter if you're playing in gold and you have gold level summoners, just buy them level 8. So my level 10 copy is only worth $2.40. So that's not much. Most of them are 1 cent per PCX and the lava launcher is 10 to 15 cents per PCX. So the rewards cards, you can buy them at your level that you need them. So then let's look at the Chaos Legion and Rift Watcher cards. First of all, there's the Radiated Sorcerer. This card, I will only buy a gold foil copy of him because of the 5% bonus. And then I wouldn't upgrade him anymore. It doesn't matter in which league you're playing in. So this card is gonna help you boost your wins by 10%, and it only costs 29 cents. So if you're winning a lot of battles and you're using a lot of the 1 mana cards, just buy a level 1 copy of him. You don't need more. Then let's go to the Lava Spider. Personally, this is a card I only use in Diamond for fire, so it's not necessary in the down levels. But if you play it in bronze, you can just upgrade it to level 2 because then it gets a speed boost. You don't need it level 3 because that 1 extra health isn't that big of a difference. But what's big of a difference is the 2 attacks. So if you're playing silver, buy it to the second attack, like at level 4. And then if you're playing in gold, just buy at level 6 because it gets snare. But for me, it's not that big of a deal, that card. It's not one of the best fire cards in the game. You don't need to have it high level. It's more important that you have, for example, the Radiated Brood. The Radiated Brood is a card that personally I think is pretty amazing, especially with the Enrage at the later levels. So, first off, the big difference is just buy him level 3 if you're playing in bronze, because this card is a must-have. With Tarsa it does 3 damage and has 7 health, and that's pretty strong. Then if you're playing in silver, you don't need him at level 5. Level 4 is enough, but if you have the budget, just max him out because of the extra speed that he does get. And that's pretty strong. It would help him a lot to hit your shots. In gold, same thing. It's important to get the enrage. That's the first step. And if you have the money, just buy him level 8 if you can also play him at level 8. Only buy cards that you are also able to play at the level. Like, it doesn't help you if you have a level 10 copy of him but only can play level 5 copies and have a level 3 summoner like Tarsa. So it doesn't help you to have him level 10, so just scale it right. And this card I would always recommend having in your deck. It's pretty strong. And there's this Cavo Chemist. And this card has to say, I need to mine to max it out, but I use it only in poison rule sets, and I don't think it's that big of a game-breaking card. You just need 1 BCX of him because of the ghost cards, and then I wouldn't upgrade him until you get to gold and can play gold level cards just to get him the slow. Then there's the Android Platoon. I have this card max leveled out in gold because I had a pretty good deal on him. I just paid 14 or 17 bucks. That's pretty nice. And what's important here to say, this card is one of the best low level tanks. Low level and low mana tanks. If you expect a melee, there's not many mana here. Just try using him. Let's just go with the gold. In bronze, it's nice to get that extra health because this card is a tank. It needs a lot of health at level 3, but you don't need to upgrade it necessarily. It's a good card, but it's not so important because it doesn't get the extra attack and the extras. It doesn't get an extra attack. So an extra health is nice, but it's not that. Like what's even? I don't have it. What's a level 1 copy? Level 2 is 28 cents. Okay, level 3 isn't that expensive, so you might as well upgrade. But what important step here is the level 4, because it gets a second attack. And also important on this card is the level 6, because of the scavenge. And the scavenge is gonna help you tremendously. Especially in poison rooters, this card is pretty strong. And also what I wanted to point out is at max level it gets free attack. So that extra attack is also gonna help you in the end. But that's only for diamond level players, and diamond level players always know what cards they use a lot and they're pretty well known. Then there's the S Mirage. That's a new Rift card. I haven't played this card a lot. The only thing I can say is for bronze you only need 1 BCX because it only gets 1 speed and 1 health. 1 speed is a pretty big difference. But this card is expensive, so you don't need it right away. Then there's silver, so always like the other commons, just you need them level 4, because here he also gets an extra attack. So free attack with headwinds is pretty strong. And then if you're facing a lot of Jodens, especially in gold and above, you can use him with the reflection shield. And it gets pretty dang strong, this card. Personally, I rented one of him and he was really amazing. He was a big part of my team and I like it a lot. Then there's the Septic Slime. Personally, I'm a bit underwhelmed by this card. I thought it would be better, especially in the low levels too, with the high amount of hit points, but it just doesn't have shield or void. With the tank heal, it gets better, and also with the true strike, but it's also so slow, so you can only play it in reverse mana battles. And I don't know, that card is not necessary, so you don't need to have it. It's nice to have. It's nice to have it upgraded, but you are not really looking for it. Then there's the Scour Fireball. So, sorry. It's a level 2, so you can play him. You can play these 2 levels in silver and bronze, and in silver you have it like free attack. So in silver, I think this card might get used more often than in bronze, due to the fact that silver has also gotten free attack. But in bronze it's like, yeah, you don't use it that much. I know I'm not using it a lot. I only start using it when I was playing in silver with the free attack. And then the card was nice, but down below I don't think a lot of fire users will use it. So this card is also not that mandatory. So just to quickly recap. The Radiated Brood is amazing. The Radiated Sorcerer, just buy a gold copy of him, then the Entered Platoon. So Radiated Brood, Entered Platoon, and then now there's the card. I really use a ton, also in the higher levels. Oh wow. Well, I think I need to upgrade mine. Then there's the Tenny Striker. What I wanted to point out with Skauger, when you play Skauger level 2, you can play a level 3 Tenny Striker with Enrage. That's one thing that's kindly overpowered. Then in bronze, in silver, it gets, what's it called? Not in gold it gets backfire, and in silver it gets, man, what's the ability called? Like dodge. It gets dodge. And for me, this card is a must-have at the max level you can play it. This card is amazing, especially with the sneak mana in bronze with the Ureas, and this card together are doing some work down there. Also I'm using this card also at high mana battles in the higher leagues because it's that amazing. And I would recommend having one of him in your arsenal. It's just gonna help you a lot. It's just gonna help you win a lot of battles. And just buy him at the max level of your league. Then there's a June Apprentice. So it's a pretty cheap card. I'm not using it very often. It's not that strong. Maybe with Yasek and the 4 attack it's pretty good. Haven't used him a lot with Yasek. And with the Death Blow, actually I'm not using him most of the time, and I'm also not using, in high mana matches. I don't know. It's just too weak for some high mana battles. Then there's the Molten Ash Golem. This card is a good secondary tank, or if you're having anti-platoon, raided brute, then you can also play him into the mix with close range. Then late it gets weakened, and at last it also gets demoralized. Personally, this card is pretty good. You don't need to upgrade it in bronze, but if you reach silver and have a silver level summoner, I would recommend getting him to level 3 because of that extra attack. And then same for every card at level 5, because then it gets the extra ability. And with Yasek I'm using him a lot because of the demoralize and the weaken, and also of the Crown range and the high amount of hit points in timeout. But I don't know how it's done there. I haven't used him a lot, so for higher levels it's strong, for lower levels it isn't. Then there's Tinderlock, and oh boy, I love this card. I'm playing him in the lower levels a ton. It's very expensive, but it's also very strong. And you can use him in every level. And you can use him with Skolger, you can even use him with Tarsa. So I would recommend Technovisologist. I think in bronze you only need one copy of him because of the stun. And I haven't used him, if I'm being honest, I haven't used him. I haven't used him in gold, I haven't used him in silver. Just thing I could say is one of the biggest upgrades is the turn to the max level in silver. And what's also important is level 6 because of the extra tag, and then level 8 because of the camouflage. And I haven't used him, but it's an interesting concept and I might give it a try. I might rent him if it isn't that expensive. And I'm going to tell you in a future video how this card is going to look like. Then one of my most used cards and favorite cards in Chaos Legion, the Forgotten One. This card is just a beast in every level. So if you have the chance, and if you have the budget, mispronunciation, I hate that, then you can buy one of him. This is the max cap for bronze. In silver you can play him level 3, then it gets retaliate. In gold with the piercing, and then there's 6 attack. And diamond. This card is straight up amazing, and I don't even need to say something about it because you will see it if you play it. This card is really a must-have for every player who has the opportunity to buy one of those. Then there's the Tusk. I really started using this card only in gold above because of the Inspire. And I like him also in the lower levels. In bronze, for example, you only need him at level 1. In silver, I would recommend getting him to level 3 because of the extra attack, but it's not that necessary. For me, it's more a support card and not a damage dealing card or tank. And personally, I kind of like this card because it's a lot of hit points to offer. It has the Void to get the magic damage reduced, and it's also gonna boost up all of my melee monsters. So it's pretty strong, but I don't think it's that amazing. It's nice to have, let's say it this way. Then there's the Ign Hl04. So important steps on level 3 and level 5 with the stun. And then the max level with the extra magic boost. Personally, I own a level 6 copy gold. I just want to sell him. And then I also regular copy level 5. So the important levels for me are, if you're playing in bronze, just 1 B6 is enough. Then try to get him level 3 in silver because of the extra attack, and then also like every other card level 5 with the stun. Those are the most important levels. This card is pretty good in high mana battles if you're using fire, especially fire with quicks, and you expect the enemy to play a giant. Especially with the new Riftwatcher card, this card is gonna see some more play and gonna get more acknowledged. Then there's the Infinite Rising. That's one of the cheapest Chaos Legion legendaries because no one likes the recharge ability. And I understand, but I use it from case to case, especially in where every monster has the same health. I'm using this card, and I'm just recommend if you have you need a level 2 copy until you play in gold if you're playing in silver because of the free attack. And then if you reach to diamond, just buy a maxed out. It's not really expensive. It's $17 for a max copy. So it's about $8, $9 for a level 3 copy. Think, what's level 2? 3B6 is $4.50 for a level 2 copy, so it's not really expensive. Scorch Feed. You just need one of them. You don't need to upgrade him, and I even haven't upgraded him in diamond. So you just a level con copy is enough, and it's gonna still boost your win rate a ton. You just need to know how you use it, and you're gonna learn it throughout the games, but it's just, I like it a lot. Then we're coming to Grum. Grum is a card I really like a lot, especially in the early only magic meta with the Void Shield, but it's still a giant, and it has lots of health, lots of mana to play, and also lots of health. That's pretty nice, like 15 hit points. You can play the new Reyes and Tenny Striker to get some backline damage. It's amazing. I like it a lot. I really like it, especially with the Giant Killer in the higher levels and the Bloodlust. If you use it right, he's going to get pretty strong. I recommend having at least one. Then there's Asic. I just want to point out this summoner because it's a legendary summoner, and you might only go for Skaogre and Tarzan. But you don't need to forget about this bad boy. Especially when melee can attack from any position, I would recommend using him because it gets free +2 boost and also piercing, so you don't need to worry about armor. And I think it's pretty strong in a certain context. And then there's Mordius. I don't know why this card is getting so much hate. So it's nearly the same as the Deep Lurker. It's a level 1 sneak and 5 attack. No, opportunity 5 attack monster with 2 speed. With Asic it has cost 4 speed and piercing. It's gonna get stun in gold. I don't know why. I would at least, if I'm playing in bronze, I'm at least buying a level 1 copy of him. And if it gets a little bit cheaper, like about $5, I'm gonna buy a max copy of him because I like this card a lot. And I personally think it helps to build utility and it helps to build up my deck. Oh, I didn't want to do that. So yeah, that was for the fire cards. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you do, please leave a like and comment down below which cards you're aiming to get next. If you want to see, these are the cards I currently got. I got a nearly maxed out Legion deck, and I'm trying on grading up Molten Ash Golem, Lava Spider, and Scavo Chemist because I'm playing in Diamond, and also the Grum. Grum is gonna get the deck read, but it's pretty amazing. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, please like the video and subscribe, and comment down below which cards you wanna upgrade, and I'm gonna wish you an amazing day. Bye.